Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today's video is going to be my current tanning routine. So, as you can probably tell by this video, I am looking pretty bronze right now, and that is because just a few hours ago, I applied self-tan and I did like an all-over look. So in this video, I am going to walk you through my self-tanning process, kind of the steps I do to prep, my best tips and practices, and also let you know the products that I have been using and loving lately. As you can probably tell by the title line, this video is featuring Tanceuticals products. I've talked before about them, and so I'm really excited to just kind of give you my routine and talk a little bit more in depth. I've had a lot of people request like kind of what I do for tanning. A lot of people ask, do I use the beds? Do I use lotions? Or what self-tanners do I use? And so this video will give you all of that information. Before we get into it though, I just want to say if you're new to my channel, then welcome. I'm so excited to have you. I really appreciate you stopping by. My name's Olivia and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be talking about Tanceuticals products. So I have a couple different products here, but before I get into what I use to tan or how I tan, I want to talk about prep. So the very first thing you want to do before you self-tan, whether it's at night or in the morning, it's kind of up to you when you do it, but the very first thing you want to do is make sure to shower. You want to shave your legs and shave all over to have a perfectly smooth body, and then you also want to exfoliate to get off any of that dry, like excess skin that you have. So I like to shave my legs, then use a loofah to kind of like, clean up everywhere. And then I use my favorite scrub to really exfoliate all over. And I mean like head to toe. You want to scrub and get off any of that extra like dry skin you have. You really want to make sure to focus on areas that are prone to streaking as well. So areas like your wrists or your hands, your knees, elbows, and especially your feet. For whatever reason, most people have problems with their hands with self-tanning, and I mean mine don't look the best right now because I just did it a few hours ago, but for me personally, I mainly experience it on my feet. So my tan can look like flawless all over, but then my feet will look a little jacked up. So I make sure to really scrub all over my feet and my ankles and make sure to get that area like perfectly smooth. Then when I get out of the shower, typically I would put lotion on all over the place, but when I'm self-tanning, I do not. I want my skin to be super, super dry and like I said, really smooth to act as just like a really simple, like pure base for the self-tan. So I let myself completely air dry. A lot of times what I like to do is put my hair up in a towel. So my dogs are barking, sorry. So I'll self-tan on days that I've washed my hair, and then while my hair is drying or while I'm blow drying it, that's when I'll apply my tanner. That's just kind of like my method. But I let my body completely dry so there's not like an ounce of water or liquid on me still. Then I will apply the self-tan. So a go-to step that I will typically do as well, I don't do it in this video because I just kind of wanted to rush into it and I completely forgot, to be honest with you. But typically I would recommend putting some sort of cream or lotion on those sensitive, like prone to streaking areas that I mentioned. So you may want to take a lotion and apply it to your wrists, to your fingertips, your feet, your ankles, your elbows, your weenus, or wherever it is, it's somewhere around here, anywhere where you are prone to get streaking from self-tan. Feel free to put some lotion on there first and that will just kind of like even things out for you. So the first product that I'm going to use in this video is actually the Tanceuticals CC Color and Correct Body Mousse. So I typically go for a body mousse like first and foremost when I'm doing self-tan. There's something about like actually applying it that I really like, to be honest with you. But this body mousse I actually really enjoy just for the effect it gives. So that's what I use today. You can see I'm like super bronze, but I'm not too bronze. Like I don't look actually brown. I look like I just kind of have bronziness, I would think. Some people are probably gonna tell me I look too tan in this video, but that's why it's a tanning video. Anyways, so the first thing I'll use is the body mousse. I use a glove or a tanning mitt. Usually they come with products like this. I know you can get them on the Tanceuticals website, but I'll use one of those to apply it. And I apply it all over in small circular motions. So rather than putting it on the way you would put lotion, where you're kind of slathering it all over the place, you want to make sure that you're evenly distributing it and going about it in a very like fluid, smooth way, because that's what's going to give you all over color versus that streakiness effect that can sometimes happen. So that's the first thing I'll do, is apply this color correcting mousse in small circular motions all over. Sometimes I'll apply it twice just to get like an extra dramatic effect, and I'll talk in a second about what I used exactly to get this color today. But that's my first go-to product. Tanceuticals is also really awesome because they have that CC Color and Correct body lotion as well. So if you're not the type to go for mousses, if you feel like you just can't really get a grasp on them, body lotion and color correcting self-tan lotion is like gonna be your go-to. This one's amazing too because it distributes a fantastic amount of color, but it's not too harsh. Body mousse, you need to be a little bit more gentle and a little bit more careful with because it's gonna give you a lot of color. Body lotion, especially the Tanceuticals body lotion, will give it to you in a very like subtle way. So I will use this lotion sometimes just on its own. If I'm due for a tan or if I just don't feel like doing the whole shebang and like all over the place, I'll use this lotion day of and it gives like a fantastic glow, like a fantastic base tan. This lotion gives me enough of a tan that people will comment on it and tell me how tan I look. And that's what we all want, am I right? So I will use this lotion all over, and then I'll also use the face lotion. So Tanceuticals has the exact same thing but in a face lotion form. It's super gentle. I typically have sensitive skin and a lot of things will make me break out, especially the older I get, and this does not. I can put this on my face and it gives a really nice like subtle glow. It's great for same day, like I said. With body mousse, you may want to put it on the night before, sleep in it and let it process for 8 hours, then shower the next day, and then you typically have a super smooth tan. Today, to get the color I have right now, I did the body mousse all over, and I did that about 4 hours ago. And then afterwards, I actually put on a very light layer of this lotion as well, just because I wanted to show the depth and dimension that it can give you when it comes to your tan. I know I'm talking about tan like it's something super deep, but there is like somewhat of a science to it. But like I said, typically this lotion, the CC lotion, both for body and face, are my go-to when I need like a same day tan that I'm not worried about rubbing off, I'm not worried about it getting on my clothes, and I just want it to look good and kind of subtle and not too deep. The body mousse will give you a really good deep all over tan, kind of like I have today. And like I said, you may want to sleep in it overnight to give it a little bit more of like a lightening effect. That way the next day you're washing a little bit off and you're kind of smoothing things out, especially on your face. This I notice, like if I use it the same day, I was very gentle today, but typically it will give me a little bit of patchiness just because it's so deep, and then I'll wash it off the next day and I'm like good to go. But like I was saying, I actually do have a really helpful tip for applying self-tan on your face. So I have a buffer brush, it's by EcoTools, and a lot of people recommend using those to put the tan on your face. The reason why is because it's kind of like a foundation brush, so you can really like buff it in all over your face and make sure that you're getting a smooth application throughout. Thing is, last time I used one, I really didn't feel like it gave me that smooth of an application, and maybe it's the buffer brush I was using, or maybe it was like my technique, but I just felt like I did exactly what I do with foundation and it didn't really give me the same look. So today what I did was I took the exact same mitt, the glove thing that I used to apply the mousse all over, and I used that to put the body mousse on my face, to put the self-tanner on my face. But rather than like working in circles the same way I normally did, just because the skin on your face is a little bit thinner, it's more sensitive, instead I put it on and then I pat it in. So the same way you would with a beauty blender, I kind of used the mitt like that. And I felt like I got a much more smooth application like that. It didn't give me like the blotchiness I typically get around my face. It didn't give me like any like difference in color variation. You know how sometimes I feel like sometimes self-tan can like give me a mustache or something, like, I don't know, it just looks darker in certain places on your face. And by doing it this way, I felt like I got a really even look and it looked very smooth afterwards. So I would totally recommend trying that, especially with Tanceuticals, because I know that the mitt it comes with, that's what I used to do this, and it gave me a really great look like after all. So I really like that, and that's like my #1 tip. But with the buffing brush, what I will do is I'll take that and go back over again those little sensitive, like prone to streakiness areas that I keep mentioning. Really, you'll thank me that you do all these steps. It's totally worth it for a smooth tan. But after I've applied the tan, I'll go back over those and buff them in with that brush. So I'll go over my wrists and my fingers, especially my toes and my ankles, your elbows, all those areas, even like your clavicle and like your décolleté and things like that. It just helps buff it out and give it much more of a smooth appearance. So any like streakiness that you may have, say on your ankles, by doing that, it really just smooths it out. And then the tan will set smoothly rather than like trying to fix it later on. After that, I just let my tan dry. So like I said, I applied mine 4 hours ago, about 4.5 hours ago, and this is what it looks like now. I think it looks pretty good. Like, it's pretty dark, but I don't think it looks unnatural. Like, I mean, it may. Like I said, you guys will probably let me know if it does, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The thing I love about Tanceuticals is that it's ready to wear like now. So like I said, you could sleep in it and let it develop overnight if you'd like, and then you could shower the next day and it will definitely give you a great result. But I don't feel like I necessarily have to do that with Tanceuticals. Like you can, but I feel like even just applying it, like today I did the mousse and I did the lotion, and then I put a full face of makeup on, and I still feel like it looks pretty even and I don't look like way too dark. So I love that this is like a wear now product and that you can put it on and you can go and you know that you have a great tan. It doesn't give me like super, I mean my hands are kind of dark like I said because I did it today, but it doesn't give me like super streakiness. It's very smooth and the color is very natural as well. So it's not orange, it's just like a really deep natural tan. It looks like you went to the beach. So I love it. I had to share, and I've had a lot of people asking. If you have any other questions regarding like self-tanning tips or how I go about it or anything like that, leave them in the comments down below. I will be checking and I will answer for you as soon as I see them. Thank you so much for watching this video and for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I love all of your support. I love all you guys, and let me know any other videos you would like to see, as well as leave me any questions down in the comments for a Q&A, because I would love to do another Q&A soon because that was fun. But yeah, let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite self-tanning products are. I'll stop telling you to let me know things now. Have a great day, guys. Bye.